people over at Starknight MT sent me a new product today. So if you ride in the wintertime, the cold breeze comes in and it doesn't make riding enjoyable. So what they've done is they've sent a windshield that actually has vents in it. Now what that'll do is sometimes you do want somewhat of a breeze that comes through, and this right here will do that for you. So another thing, like if you're having dust come in, you can close the vent. It's just something that I think is real cool. Today we're going to show you how to install it and how to use it. So first we'll dig into it. I really don't plan on saving the box. Pretty much beat up when I got it. So as you can see, it's Starknight MT. I think this is really cool because I like to ride with the windshield in the wintertime. I don't like to ride with the windshield at all when it's warmer. What I've always not liked is sometimes you start riding and it's cold enough for one, but then through the day when the sun gets up, it starts warming up. And then by the time it gets warm, you wish you did have somewhat of a breeze. It gets a little stuffy. And with these vents, it should take care of that problem. So we get this windshield. I'll put it down on this other box here. Let's see what else is inside. Like I say, I do have a windshield that is a full windshield, and it is a Starknight. I also have a Starknight windshield that's a full windshield, and it looks like these clip the same. So what it is inside you get these buckles. These buckles are Velcro. What they do is they wrap around your roll cage, and then they fit inside there'll be a slot inside the glass, and it'll lock that in place, and then you can clamp it down with the Velcro where you want it. So it looks just like the full size, the full windshield that I have. Not full size, but the full with no vents is what I'm trying to say. You also get these here that will stop rattle, because when you get to driving, especially if you ride like me and you go through rocks and you go through the I like to climb mountains. I like to go through rocks and stuff. So when you climb and you're sitting there going through, things will rattle. So this right here, that'll help cut that noise down. You also don't want it just scratching your paint up or messing up the glass. Okay, so here we've taken the windshield out the box. We've got the clamps and the seals here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the instructions step by step and see what we need to do to install this. So step number one, it says that it comes with a protective film on both sides of the windshield. So it says to take that off. So that's what we'll do. So I'm going to use this box. Normally I would do this inside like my carport or a shop, but for filming reasons, I'm out in the yard. So here we get a look at it. Of course, the knobs would be on the inside. That way you could adjust it. It says, please test the fitment before you tear the protective film. This item could be returnable if the film. This item is not returnable if the film has been removed. So let's obey instructions. And you can see here, if you can get closer, there is a groove here. So what you want to do is make sure that that fits up in that groove. And right here you can see that that film is going to fit right in there. These will be your buckles that will fit here. So it looks like it's good to me. So being that everything looks like it's going to fit, I'm going to go ahead and remove the protective film. Just something to tell you, when I clean mine, the other one that I have, I do use Rain-X, but you cannot use Rain-X just like regular Rain-X for like your windshield on your vehicle. One thing that you want to make sure that you do is you use the Rain-X for things like motorcycles, side-by-sides, and automobiles in that category. I don't know what it will do. I've just always heard do not do it. And it don't cost enough to risk finding out. All right, that's one side. I liked it. I did not know when I knew that I was getting this. One thing I didn't know was the slides. I didn't know what they would look like. And one thing that I was worried about when I knew that I was getting this item and I was going to do a review on it, I was nervous about my view. I do not want, I would not like it if my view was blocked. I mean, like I said, I climb rocks. That's what I normally do. And I have to be able to see because I get in a lot of situations that I need to see my tires. I mean, I'm going through a lot of rocks and I do not want my view blocked. And one thing I like that I'm seeing right now is that these slides are clear. And that's very simple. It's very easy. And it really, you do not have to put pressure on it. And that slide is there. So I'm really happy to see that. I mean, that knob, it doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like, man, you're going to go down the road and it's just going to be beating on rocks or whatever, and it's going to get loose and then move. I mean, it really, the slide feels real smooth, and then you do not have to tighten it down real hard, and it's there. So I'm real happy to see that. That, like I say, is one thing I was worried about. If this was going to be something that blocked my view, I would not have liked it. I would say that these slots are about 3/4 inch by about 3 inches opening, and you should be able to get a breeze through that. So I'm happy to see that. Okay, so you have an upper and lower seal. So one thing when looking at it, okay, I wanted to know which is which. If you look at the instructions, the upper seal shows a circle. Here would be a circle, and the bottom shows to be an oval. So to me, if you can see, if you can get in close, there is a piece of metal here that kind of, when you clamp down on your windshield, it holds it. This is your seal part on the top. That's what holds it on the glass. There is that metal. So two things: be careful not to cut yourself, be careful not to cut your windshield, and also what you'll need is like a pair of dikes or something to cut through it. You're not going to get through that metal with your pocket knife. So like I say, the circle is for your upper seal, and the oval is for your bottom seal. So now we're going to start sealing the windshield. Okay, so we just established that the circle was for the upper part of your side-by-side. Now what this does is it clamps on, but then this circle part is what gives you cushion to seal on your machine. So what you want to make sure you do, you don't want to put it on backwards, and then when you go to put your windshield on, you realize you put it on backwards. You want to make sure that on your windshield that these vents, the knobs are facing on the inside. That's pretty obvious that you're not going to have your vents knobs on the outside. How are you going to turn it? So what you want to do is make sure that the circle part is facing you. So I'm just going to kind of see, and from there, that's plenty of seal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here, and the cushion facing the same side as those knobs. I'm going to start right here on this corner, and I'm going to start pushing this seal on. You don't have to push tight, but you want to make sure that it's on there. And you can see, I don't know if you can see that from the camera, but I got a little smudge. Don't worry about it. Like I said, we can get that off. So you just make sure that it's on there and it's grabbed. You can feel when it bottoms out. You don't have to push real hard, but you can feel when it goes on. You can feel that metal part that I was telling you about. It grabs. So once it grabs, you know that it's secure. Once you get this on, then we'll flip it over and we'll do the other side. So if you're wondering, what is a pair of dikes? This is a pair of dikes. Some people could call them wire cutters, but when someone says dikes, this is what dikes are. If you don't agree, put it in the comment below, and y'all can argue it out. But this is what a pair of dikes is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and now that I've got this secure, I want it to stop about right there at that corner where I did the other one. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to come right here and clip. Okay, so on the bottom, I want you to see this. If you can see from the side, this side's shorter, that side's longer. You want the longer side on the outside of the windshield. This will be on the inside of the machine. This will be on the outside of the machine. What you want to do is, like I had just showed, you want to take the long part and put them opposite where the knobs are, because the knobs will be on your side where you're driving. The long part will be on the outside. So go ahead and take that, and you want to start putting it here, and you just start working your way down in these grooves. Once you get it down, you can kind of shove it over some. So it's not real hard. It's just getting it on there. You will not get all these wrinkles out. It's just not going to happen. So just get it on there. If it doesn't feel like it's going down, just kind of wiggle it. Wiggle it like that right there, and it will go down. You'll be able to know if it's on there, because once you push, you can feel it. You can feel it bottom out, if you will. It'll bottom out against the glass. So now that I have it on there like I want, and I'm going to take those dikes, if I can figure out what I did with them. I'm going to take those dikes, and I'm not going to worry about it being perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the excess material there. All right. Now we have the seal on both sides. So if I can do it in the yard on the grass, you're going to be able to do it, because you will do it smarter than that. You'll probably have a work table, or you'll do it on concrete, something more stable. And as you can see, now that I've got it on there, I'm just going to work it up in that position. Now, if you'll come over here and look, this right here will keep this off your roll case. So if you want, you can take a little extra protection seal and maybe put it on there if you feel like you need it. But I'm going to see how it fits on this side. And I'm liking it. I've butted it up against the top. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, let me see what the instructions call them. Clamps, smart name. So now I'm going to take these clamps, and what they do is they Velcro off. So it's like a buckle. Okay, so you want to take this part and you stick it in the groove here on your windshield, and it fits in there like so. So then this Velcro goes around your roll case. What you want to do is you want to work your Velcro in. What you might do, instead of trying to get it in perfect, just work a corner through where you have something to grab, and then once you can grab it, you kind of can work the rest of it through like that. Then you pull tight and come over and seal it. And what that does is it holds it right there. Now we got the 4 straps on. Wasn't hard. I will say that the right side was a little easier for me, or this side, because I'm right-handed. But as you can see, I got them on. I like it pressed up the top like I have it. Now that we got it, jump in. Let's see what it's like. Okay, so right off the bat, I really like this here. They're easy to maneuver. I mean, you can do it with one hand. Probably wouldn't recommend it. But you actually can do it while you're driving. These are closed. You want a breeze, you loosen it, you tighten it up. Okay, so now that I've got it on here and I've driven it, this is what I have to say. That I'd already had a windshield from Starknight, but it was solid. I did, like I say, I do take the windshield off during the summer and I don't ride with one at all. I do sometimes in the wintertime. I wish that I got more breeze. When they showed me this, I was excited. Now that I've had it on there and I've ridden around a little bit, I like it even more. I'm glad that it's clear. You can see straight through it. When I'm driving, I'm about 5'11". This is a RZR XP4 1000. It's a 2023. So I'm about 5'11", and with me sitting, I see just fine. Even when I'm trying to look down, my eyesight is not affected because it's a clear slide. You can see through just fine. I like the ease of being able to manipulate the knob and move it back and forth. It's very easy. You can do it. Time isn't even an issue. I like the way that it seals. It seals very well. I'm used to that method as I've done it before on theirs. I like these. These are easy to get on there. It holds it tight. I didn't hear any rattles, and you do get that breeze. And I could feel a breeze coming through, which is exactly what it's meant to do. So I would most definitely, if you're someone that wants to ride in the winter time and you want to get a breeze from time to time, I'd most definitely check this out from Starknight MT. I will put their website in the link below and description below, and I'll also put a link where you can go on Amazon and purchase this windshield.